Hello, hello, and welcome to another World of Tanks Modern Armored dev stream here. I'm Tankz0rz, and I'm with Mr. Bam. How you doing, Mr. Bam?
Hello, wonderful. Another fine Friday with all of our lovely players and folks.
Awesome, awesome. Happy to be here and, celebrate all things tanks. But before we begin, our usual segment here. What's the weather like with you, Mr. Bam?
What's the weather? 82 and sunny today. This week has actually been very pleasant for us in the Chicago Midwest area. We had like maybe mid to high 70s. Tankz0rz, I don't know if you saw the forecast coming. Next week's going to be hot. We're going back up into the mid 90s.
Going back to the scorching heat, man. I thought we were out of it already. It was a nice week, like you said today. So not too hot. So
made sure I got out of the house just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I had already put all my sunscreen away, so I guess I got to take that out, huh?
Yes. In fact, I feel like I need sunscreen at my desk. I do literally think I get sunburned. My forehead's actually warm right now. So the way I am situated here at home is I got a window right here. You can kind of see the light coming from this angle from the camera, right? I have my garage is detached from the house, and the sun, the west is behind me. So as it's starting to pass on over, the sun is reflecting off of the white paint of the garage right into my window. This is why I do a lot of my meetings and the live stream standing up. So I'm a little bit away from the direct light, so I don't just look completely bleached on like this half of my face.
So it's not even direct sunlight, it's reflected indirect sunlight. That's interesting.
Garage sunlight.
Garage sunlight.
Some good technology happening in my backyard.
It's only localized there, huh? Well, Mr. Bam, we hope you don't get too sunburned during this section here, but why don't we go ahead and talk all things tank?
All things tanks, yes, sir. All right, happy Friday, all. This week, we saw the re-release of the Celebration War Chests. This is in our store tab, and this is for a single week only, so it will be ending this coming Tuesday. This does offer a chance to earn premium content with every single drop. You can get your limited time chest. This is a 4 gold chest, of course, priced at 500 gold for each of the war chests. And you can also purchase the chest in bundles of 1, 5, or even 25 if you want to collect and open several at a time. Inside every Celebration War Chest, you can receive random drops, anywhere from 1 to even upwards of 5 items, with a total that's worth at least the value of the chest itself, if not more. What's more, we talked about this before. The epic drops now fit within our recently added anti-dupe system in the Celebration War Chests. So let's talk very briefly on the various drops that you guys can expect to get out of the Celebration War Chest itself. Includes a lot of the consumables, boosters, silver, XP, as one might expect. But it really is a celebration and release of all the premium tanks that you guys would be excited about. A selection of rare and epic tanks. Reminder, the anti-dupe system only applies to the epic drops. That's a small selection of premium tanks in there. So there is no anti-dupe when you get a rare tank in that category. All that information, of course, present on our portal page if you guys need to want to get more information or details. But in any case, the tanks that you could expect, just a brief overview, we have the likes of the M4 Ripper, we got the PZ-54, Rover 237, Cromwell Snakebite, the Caliban, and some of the epic drops include the AMX 4RAD, T55A, Concept 1B, the Object 477A, Centauro CC 45 tons, and the T58 Heavy. And a reminder, this Celebration War Chest only available up until this coming Tuesday. But in addition, and maybe you guys have already started making some progress on this, we have a way for you to earn your own war chests in a chest earner challenge, in which can earn you up to 3 of the Celebration War Chests for free. Simply dealing 1,000 or more damage in 10 battles will reward you with a Celebration War Chest available 3 times per account.
Awesome.
Let's see. So that's the Celebration War Chest. Up next, we had a few challenges go live this week as well that I'm sure you guys have made some progress on. The Spray and Pray Weekly Challenge. How much destruction can you wreck in your matches? Well, if the answer is a lot, then you'll be nicely rewarded with extra free XP available up to 5 times each day this week. Simply damaging 3 vehicles and destroy 1 or more vehicles, and you can be rewarded with ×2 free XP from that battle. Let's see, and then also this week we released the new Boldly Go Challenge event, and this will be going up until September 17th, so plenty of time on this one. You may be Earthbound Commander, but for the next 3 weeks, you can shoot for the moon, and, did I say 3 weeks? 4 weeks. You can shoot for the moon and earn a unique vehicle, the American Tier 6 Rover 237 light tank. Take on the Boldly Go Challenge to earn this lunar module-inspired tank, along with the space-themed cosmetics and much more. Instructions from ground control indicate that this is a 8-stage challenge in which you, the players, must earn X number of XP in any number of battles to simply progress from stage to stage. And much like a lot of our other challenges in the game, if you do already own the Rover 237, upon completion of the challenge, you do receive that tank in its silver value instead. We got a few more space-themed things going on as well, and maybe more to come in the future, but we'll talk about that at a later time. Oh yes, and here we have the Rover 237 on screen now, looking fantastic. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Definitely looks really neat, right? It has that like spaceship NASA vibe look to it, so I definitely dig it.
Up next, a new contract we released on Tuesday. Hopefully you guys got a jump start on this one. The XM66F Roswell. This will be going up until October 1st. Plenty of time here. He is back on terra firma. He's here to metabolize our tastiest frozen beverages and conquer our shoreline properties. Tremble in fear before this gray-skinned marvel, oh, insignificant inhabitants of Earth. Or, you can simply team up with him as well. From now up until September, you can sign a special premium contract to earn not only the Roswell, the tank destroyer, but also some stellar content to celebrate Steven's return to Earth with his summer vacation. This includes not only Steven the Commander himself, but the Malibu Steven Commander, the skin that you can customize and put on him. And here we have both the Roswell and Malibu Steven here on screen now. Oh, and in addition, this contract, various other cosmetic silver rewards along the way. That also includes a Malibu Steven camouflage applicable to all environments. And then I see Gunny531 in the chat. Yes, Steven also received, got his vocal cords a little updated, and he has custom VO lines finally added into the game. Hopefully you guys had a chance to hear that out. This was something added to, if you already own Steven, this was an update applied to it, so this is not an exclusive thing to the contract. All Stevens get the VO update if you own them or not.
All the Stevens.
All the Stevens. Maybe a few too many probing jokes in his commentary, perhaps. But hey, our audio director had a lot of fun with it. And I'll tell you, the first time we were rolling around in the battlefield internally and starting to hear it for our first time, the hysteria. We loved it and knew that this would probably be a big hit.
Mr. Bam, speaking of Stevens, I hear we had a photo contest that was going on.
We did, yes, from our community team. Hopefully you guys had a chance to see this on our social media. We were running a Malibu Steven photo contest, and we did pick some winners of the best top picks. We actually held this. We had an all hands in-house meeting, and our community team presented us a poll for us as the development team to vote for our favorites. And the top prize winner for this will receive the Roswell XM66F tank destroyer, plus of course the Malibu Steven Commander. And then we have 2 runner-ups as well that will be receiving 3 celebration war chests each. So anyway,
why don't we start off with the runners up here?
Okay, who are we looking at first?
All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Runner up, we have Mr. Beaver.
Beaver, congratulations. Steven at the Rock concert. He came in right in time for the Metal Fest.
Second runner up here, we have Mr. Chewy.
Congrats, Chewy. Steven here with some generic space troopers outfitted for combat. I'm sure there's no licensing behind that one.
And our winner here of the Photoshop contest is Mr. Lord Creator.
Awesome. Congrats, Lord Creator. This gives me Bigfoot vibes.
This one's amazing, right? Because it's like a period accurate type photo, right? So imagine you're
grainy.
Yeah, you're like back in the 40s, you whip out, your little cell phone, a field camera, and you got this grainy little sepia tone shot that you took, and you're like, no, listen guys, I saw it on the beach, it was drinking our coconuts. It's amazing. So that is our Malibu Steven photo contest, and congratulations, Lord Creator. You will be receiving the Roswell XM66F and the Malibu Steven 3D Commander as well.
All right. And thank you everybody who sent in their submissions. We all had a good laugh sharing that in our all hands presentation yesterday.
Mm-hmm. But that's not all. We also have a trading event going on from August 20th to September 2nd. Our trading event returns with tanks like the Senshi Sta-2, the WZ-111 Keelan, the main battle tank 70, and the Magach 5, among other vehicles which you could trade in for. Trade in any premium tanks that you own for the qualifying tanks in the list for 50% of their gold value. Then use the same value to help you get any of the premium tanks in the trade up list. See full lists and details in the article on our web portal.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. That about wraps up everything that we had going on this week, Mr. Bam. But I believe we have some more stuff to share for next week, don't we?
A lot of fun, maybe tank-related content coming in.
Tank-related?
Appropriate for the heavy metal season, perhaps. But let's kick it off and talk maps. Everybody loves some map content updates. Okay, to start, a quick shout out and thank you if you guys had a chance to try our community map event battles initiative that we ran last weekend. If not, we did run the community map. This is an initiative working with you guys, the players, to help us develop a new map. This one is targeted toward Cold War, set with a lot of longer range distances. The map itself is a lot larger, set in the kind of Southwest Utah-esque kind of area, themed kind of like after a nuclear test facility. In any case, if you guys missed your opportunity to check out the community map over the weekend, got some good news. Coming this Tuesday, we will be bringing the community map back into custom games, so you guys can check it out at your own leisure, and we will leave it available in custom games up till the end of the season. All that being said, again, because this is a community map, and we are looking for feedback from you, the players, please hit us up on our Discord channel. Our community team did set up a specific community map feedback thread. We on the design and dev side are looking for feedback, some action items, things that you would like to see in the map. Maybe some engagements, conflict zones that you either think needs a little bit of work, or it'd be great to have, I don't know, the town expanded in certain ways, or you want to see more dips. Or how about that big crater that's in the map itself? Should that be moved around? Should it be increased in size, decreased?
Speaking of that crater, Mr. Slaughter here on Twitch says, yes, it was cool, and looks like Steven may have crashed his UFO there.
He may have crashed his UFO a few times. It was that's the driving school range for Steven and his kind.
Awesome.
Yeah, our map designer and our art team had a lot of fun with that map. My understanding is there's in total 3 UFO Easter eggs in there. I am only aware of 2.
Yeah, maybe our community could let us know where they found some in the past. But I saw some other comment from Zystra saying, "What, the community map is ending already?" Like they were having fun with it. So that's a nice thing to see that you're enjoying.
I know it was fairly short. We just wanted to run it for the weekend, get some early data from you guys, and it was part of the plan. We didn't want to have the map available in custom games at the same time as the event because we just wanted to collect the battles to go through. But now that we've kind of run our events, we got a lot of battle data. Hopefully, maybe by next week, I'll have to follow up with my level designer. Might have some heat maps and just other findings, data points to share with you guys. Got nothing just yet. But like I said, now you guys will have the opportunity, custom games, look for community map in the map list, and play it as your time may allow. Goliath Games, does a nuclear bomb blow up the end of the level? That's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. And hold on, I saw another comment here I wanted to address really quick. Missing Phantom Xbox, custom jumps with smoother landings. This, so Ricky Tikitave did a live stream playing the community map. We were looking for, of course, we're looking for feedback, etc. And he noted that there was a 2 rock formations set up fairly close to each other, in which visually made it seem like you could ramp off one and reach to the other side. And I do believe, I recall some conversation between the artist and designer that they did bring that in closer and closer to allow for some ramping opportunity, pending if you have the right tanks.
Right.
But seems like we may have to expand that opportunity and close in that gap just a little bit further if you guys want to ramp up some rocks a little bit more.
See a comment here from Deep Six saying a warning fence around the hole would be nice.
Did a few players slip down the crater, perhaps?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Speaking of tanks here, Mr. Bam, I had a weird transmission earlier.
Hold on. I do have one. Sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
I know where you're going, but I got another map-related fun activity for us to do.
Oh, awesome.
Before we move on to that, I know where you're getting at, though. So last week we ran a poll with you guys. We did based on giveaways, what kind of tanks you guys wanted to do. We have a new poll that we want to do this week. It's not going to be based on the giveaway, although we didn't start the giveaway. We got to come back to that as well. Anyway, an idea came up. This is a map-related poll for you guys. We want to test changing up the frequency of maps in rotation in World War II and Cold War. And we want to leave it to you, the players, to decide for us, starting this Tuesday and running for just a single week till the next Tuesday restart. We'll let you guys pick the top 3 maps from World War II as well as Cold War. Which 3 maps would you like to see in higher rotation in the game? So, Tankz0rz and KB, if you guys have the link available, there we go. We got the survey into the chat now. Enter your map picks, and by the end of the stream, we will announce the 6 maps that will be in heightened rotation per each game mode.
Very cool.
I am personally voting for, not trying to sway any sort of votes here. Let's get Port, let's get Liberty Falls, let's get Mines into Era 3. And Tier 10 gameplay. Oh, the rage I will deal with next week.
This is awesome. Letting the live viewers here kind of, have a say in what we do for next week. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure the players appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, I do want to address this. This might be something we try some other time as well. Max Meyer Tanker should be a vote for voting for lower maps to put in lower rotation. I mean, great idea. That's something we can play around with. Consider this more as an experimentation. We want to see how it goes for just a single week. If this is received pretty well, we'll think about doing this again in follow-up streams. Maybe shake it up a little bit. Maybe even trying maps that aren't in certain tiers. We can try that as well. On that same note, because we have done this in the past, right now we do have a very small selection of maps that are in lower frequency. That includes Dragon Ridge, Mannheim, and Sunset Coast. That was per feedback you guys here on stream, I think some years ago. I'm sorry, where am I getting at? Years ago, weeks ago. Time's getting away from me. I did want to ask, as we are still looking at data in terms of province, I do understand and have seen commentary that province in high tiers, in terms of viability, there's been some dislike that the map is available in tiers 8 through 10, etc. I want to at least float this. Would you guys like to try province in a lower frequency in high tiers for World War II? Speaking specifically World War II at this time, because we can certainly probably pool that in to the change. I will caveat that if the poll says province is in the top 3 picks and you guys want that higher, we're at a stalemate. Remove completely, says Kellen. Okay. We are still evaluating. That's another thing I'm still waiting from analytics to get some heat map data, just to take a look at it and evaluate. But I just want to let you guys know, like, we hear the feedback. Or maybe even we remove team destruction from province. And to be clear, guys, like, this is something we can be fairly flexible on. But believe it or not, there are players that also would love to see certain maps in other tiers. It's impossible to please everybody, but sometimes we like to shake things up in certain ways, whether it's temporary or permanent, in any case. Okay. We might try with province at a lower frequency, and then at a later time, we'll see if we ever shift it out of high tier range. Anyway.
Mr. Bam.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to hear my my story about the weird transmission I had?
Ooh, is this directly from Steven?
So I was on the phone with my friend, and all I could hear was like static, and it went like, "I love tanks."
That sounds like Steven if I've ever heard it.
Well, I guess those were the tanks Mr. Steven was talking about.
Heavy metal indeed. Soviet heavies incoming. Before we get into the details about the tanks themselves, I know you guys were excited about this. We have to announce the giveaway. we completely skipped over that part of the segments. We do have an active giveaway that we'll announce our winners after we get through all of our stream content. We'll put the giveaway link in the chat, of course. This week's giveaway will be one lucky winner receiving the Roswell tank destroyer, and a second lucky winner receiving Malibu Steven, both the commander and the skin.
So go ahead and click on the link in chat, give us your Wargaming ID, and you'll be eligible for our giveaways. Sorry about that. We got excited. I just wanted to talk about the new tanks.
I could feel the energy. I'm like Tankz0rz, let's get the maps part out of the way.
Thanks.
Then we'll do the tanks. Okay. Welcome, Cold War, Soviet Heavies T80 line incoming this Tuesday. So, event overview. This is featuring powerful tanks. This will be branching off of the T44 tank from this the Eastern Alliance affiliation. So, starting in Era 1, you can find the IS-3M. This is equipped with a 122 millimeter rifled gun. On the IS-2, provided the Soviet Army with plenty of firepower toward the end of World War II. And as a result, it was retained and incorporated into the design of its successor, the IS-3. Then we move up, also in Era 1, the IS-4M. So this is the top of Era 1. Around the same time that the IS-3 was being developed, the Design Bureau of the Kirov plant was working on another upgrade to the IS-2, the Object 701, later known as the IS-4. And then moving on to the Era 2, we have the T-10B. The last vehicle in the IS line, the IS-10, was renamed to the T-10 after Stalin's death and accepted into service in 1953. The role of this large tank, which featured a 122 millimeter gun, was to provide long-range fire support for the T-54-55 vehicles. Up next, putting us in the middle ground of Era 2, the T-80 itself. Originally known in its prototype form as the Object 219, the T-80 was a redesign of the T-64. Major new features of the T-80 was its gas turbine engine, the GTD-1000, which made its first Soviet-produced tank to be fitted with such an engine. And then at the top of Era 2, and hey, this one is equipped with ATGMs. The T-80B. Building on the T-80 design, the T-80B replaced the T-64 turret with a new design, adding a laser rangefinder, night vision, a new fire control system, and modified autoloader, allowing the use of the 9M112 ATGM. Now, mind you, that's background historical information. Don't read into it too much. There is no night vision optics coming with this tank. And worth noting for our ATGM users, this one will be set up with the ATGM type of 100 meters min arm distance. Upgrading to the start of Era 3, we have the T-80BV. This one also equipped with a ATGM, also set at 100 meter arming distance. The T-80BV was a version of the T-80B that entered service with the Soviet forces in 1985. This version was outfitted with first-generation Contact 1 explosive reactive armor, ERA, likely as a response to ammunition used by U.S. forces. Finding its groove in the middle of Era 3, let's take a look at the T-80U. Also equipped with another 100-meter min-arm distance ATGM. Some background information here. Building on the strengths of the T-80B, the T-80U here integrates the Contact 5 armor, a direct response to the continued development of armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding sabot ammunition in the West. An additional armor was added to the turret. And last but not least, the very top of Era 3, the top of the Soviet Heavies tech tree line here, the Object 640 Black Eagle. The Object 640, also known as a Black Eagle, was designed and shrouded in secrecy. Mock-ups revealed at least 2 separate demonstrations in 97 and 99, but were shown far away from spectators. What people did see were prototypes with a low profile, a large turret, and a hull similar to that of the T80U. According to reports, both prototypes mounted a 125 millimeter smoothbore gun, but the design could have accommodated a 152 millimeter main gun. However, no version of the Black Eagle actually went into production. The engineering firm behind the tank declared bankruptcy in 2002. And just like its predecessors, this tank is also equipped with a 100 meter min arming distance ATGM as well. So main takeaways, that was a lot of tanks. While they are all very similar to the T-72s, these tanks do offer much more maneuverability around the Cold War battlefield. Well, and there you have it. The T-80 series coming to you guys this Tuesday.
Awesome. Can't wait. Looks awesome. As you all know, my favorite tank types are, heavy tanks, and especially the Soviet ones, so like the IS-7. So I mean, I feel like this is an upgrade to what I usually play. But
well, Tankz0rz, be honest with the players here. You were the sole individual who made all the planning for the Metal Fest season. This was a season for you. The Rock Hard Metal Fest.
It seems like it.
Soviet line. You're a Steven fan.
I'm a Steven. I love it all. This is the Tankz0rz season. I love it.
Metal Fest, starring Tankz0rz.
Awesome. Well, that is a lot of tanks. But we also have a little bit more to share with you guys. Also happening next week, we have a Labor Day weekend event here. August 30th through September 3rd, where you get a bonus of 3 times daily. In addition of, we have an on-track for none other than the IS-7. This is running through September 9th. Yep. You get XP bonus of 25% on every battle in the IS-7 line, and you can receive up to 50% off the T46, the T28, the KV-1S, the KV-85, and 30% off of the IS-3, Object 257, and IS-7 line. So
fantastic. I'll be honest, when I was reading through our notes today and I saw we have a Labor Day weekend event coming, I'm like, isn't it too early to talk? Oh my God, we're toward the end of August already.
Yep. End of August, but you know what? It's never too late to jump on the IS-7 train here if you haven't done so already.
Fantastic. Contracts, we're almost a wrap up here. Contracts, we have the Ramrod is also returning starting this Tuesday and will be available in the contracts menu tab until October 15th. So you can sign up for the Ramrod to earn that tank itself, along with various other rewards through the staged challenges. And then weekly sales, just to bring us home here, running until September 2nd. This starts on Tuesday. 30% off wallet savers, including the PZ3, the PZ3K, apologies, the Type 59, the T72 Ural, and the TCM AGS. And then we have some super savings, 3 days of premium that can be unlocked at 8,000 XP for a 50% discount. We have the Smoke and Patch bundle. This includes 10 enhanced smoke screens, 10 enhanced hole patch kits, and this can be unlocked at a 50% discount at 20,000 XP earned. And then the Scorpion G is also in the super savings. You can get a 50% discount on this tank, unlocked at the 40,000 XP. And then for our weekly deal, we have 10 times 4 Commander XP boosters plus 10 times 3 XP boosters available at a 57% discount.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Bam, What do you have a specific new tank here from the Soviet heavies that you're most excited about?
It was honestly mostly the Era 3 tanks going through the T80 BV and up.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing mostly in Era 3 myself, so those are the ones that I will be sticking with. I will say the reverse speed on these things, be careful if you guys need to duck out of combat. Use your forward speed rather the reverse speed. Great maneuverability until it comes to the reversing.
Don't reverse, maybe turn around if you could, right?
I have a habit of, and when times get a little bit rough in battle, I always rely on my frontal armor and just kind of slowly back myself up into cover. And depending on the situation, depending on the map, it often doesn't turn out very well for me. And I'm just backing up for a solid minute. I'm shrugging off a lot of shots, but definitely getting a lot of hits as well, where I wish I would have just done a 360 spin and got out of there. Chose a different tactic.
Yeah.
So,
well, I myself can't wait to check out the Object 640. So, looks awesome. Looks sleek. I like the low profile on it.
Absolutely.
Hope to see players on the battlefield with that one. Speaking of players here, Mr. Bam, do you think it's time to give our giveaway?
Let's see. We have two things kind of ongoing at the moment here. So we have our active giveaway for the Roswell and Malibu Steven, plus our map stream poll. For anyone joining a little bit late with us today, we are requesting to you, the players, to pick the top 3 maps you would like to see in heightened frequency in World War II as well as Cold War. And I think we're probably going to call the stream just a little bit short here this week.
Yeah, if you haven't entered into the giveaways yet, go ahead and do that. And then also last chance for the voting as well for the map.
Okay. Hold on, let me pull up my stream chat one more time. I lost my tab. I lost you guys. Hold on.
I missed this little section here, but we also have a contract next week for the Ramrod running.
Oh, I covered that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Listen, Ramrod again, August 27th through 15th. So go ahead and go Ramrods.
That's a firm reminder.
Who's the driver for the Ramrod? Is that, I think it's Callus Chimera, isn't it? Maybe a chat could let me know. But yeah, I think he's been on stream with us, Mr. Callus Chimera.
Ah, Callus Chimera.
He's got the little spiky hair, you know?
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. Spiky hair, say no more. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So we got a little bit more time here before we announce our winners and the poll changes here. If you guys have some questions, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. We'll run through just a few of them, and then we'll make our announcements and call the stream a bit of an early close this week. Monkey Tesla, dual barrel premiums for Cold War, please. That'd be pretty sweet. That's all I got on that.
Mr. SBG's asking, hey, where's Kitty Bam?
He is currently napping. Yeah, last week he was quite aggressive to make his appearance known on stream, didn't he? Master Prime, is there a new line for Cold War off the T-44A? Yes, that is correct. The T-80 series branches off the T-44A. When are we getting new Arty? No news to share on that today. Sorry, Maxilla. Raindrops subtract 350 from the FV4005 damage. Tank design is looking at, okay, let me back up. Past few seasons, we've done a number of tank-related balancing to tech tree tanks. You guys saw a lot. I'm trying to remember the exact nation breakdown. Next season, we have more balanced updates coming, more including on the World War II side, but we will be giving love to Cold War tanks, and the FV4005 might be on the docket. Telebumbum, AAT 60 performance. That might be something I will try to follow up for next time. That's material I don't readily have available.
So, Psycho asking, when will the Mantis be on sale again? He wants to see the Mantis in the store.
That is something I'd also have to follow up with our live ops teams. Well, let's see here. More Metallic Boy 81, and a very appropriate question here too. More metal bands in the future? Stay tuned for Metal Fest next year. DX Magic 7, 4-person platoons anytime soon. Platoon talks, increasing the sizes comes up quite a lot, but we have stressed that we are maintaining the 3-person platoons for standard random battle, multiplayer, and co-op play. But not against the idea, and we have talked about it internally, maybe allowing for larger platoons in co-op mode, as well as limited time event modes, to allow more players to play with larger group friend sizes and enjoy the game together. But in terms of multiplayer PvP play, in the past, I mean, you guys know, we've had 5-man platoons a long time ago, but due to a lot of balance concerns, and it was absolutely just, team communication is key, and trying to keep, well balanced in these matches, 3-man platoons made a lot of sense. A momentary genius. Will vertical map boundaries be implemented this year? Are you talking? I'm trying to understand the full question. Like, are you actually launching your tank out into space and you're hoping ceilings? Or is this a joke question? Kellen, any plans for map reworks for current maps instead of just new maps? Nothing currently. Hopefully sometime next year, because we still want to roll out. Let me back up a little bit. I'll speak on the Cold War side of things first, because the roster of maps in rotation in Cold War, as you guys probably are aware, we don't have. We have gotten past 30 maps at minimum in Cold War, and a lot of them are just World War II maps that we put in there for, after testing some viability, we found that some fit, some are a bit questionable. We will move them around where applicable. So we are still working on increasing the map quantity into Cold War so that it improves the gameplay experience. Now, there's 2 other facets to be talking about here, because there's also map tuning in terms of there's low-hanging fruit changes that we can do in terms of like maybe spawn placement and base changes. Those are actively happening little by little, and I believe we will include those in the patch notes where they are applied. But if you're also asking when are like bigger map changes coming, much like maybe our WoT PC colleagues have done on some maps and have made larger changes to the terrain and object placements, nothing currently planned. Might be something we can deliver more next year. Hold on, I saw a question. Chat's going so quick now.
Slow down, guys.
Kilo 11. PC has a red wall you can see, not a black and white line on the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of the map boundaries. Is that what you guys were referring to earlier in the vertical bounds?
Yeah, he means so when you're approaching the outer limits, to have a vertical wall kind of show up like yeah.
We still have an active ticket on that because we also would love to see that change kind of made into the game. It's just something that unfortunately kind of gets punted version after version to keep focus and attention on a lot of other deliverables that we're moving for into the game itself.
It's funny. Initially, I understood it too as they're ramping up into the sky. Can we add a ceiling to the maps? But no, he's talking about the vertical boundaries. Yeah.
Lolo 1292. I'm also going to feel bad about this one. Did you check on Cold War tank contracts? I asked about this last week. I remember you asking. Did I follow up? I did not. Shame on me. I am making a mental note right now. Well, let me make it not a mental note.
A physical mental note.
A physical note.
Yeah. Awesome. We'll write that down. I'll remind you, Mr. Bam. I won't let you forget.
Decamp. Any chance of having a general functionality that denotes when friendly tanks are targeted by enemies in game? We do have an active ticket for this, and I feel like it might have been you, Decamp. You brought this to attention several streams ago, so we did get that written up. It's a lower priority thing. Don't worry about the spam. It's on our docket. Like my previous answer, just something in terms of juggling a lot of other priorities. It's not quite at the top of the list, but it's a known. Okay. Okay. KB tells me the voting has closed on the maps, and we have our picks. We'll go ahead and announce, and just let you guys know. So these map changes, we will be applying them on upcoming Tuesday's restart. And again, this will last for just a single week. And I'll probably be on stream next week. Check in with you guys. We'll be probably following along on Discord as well. Kind of get a pulse on how everyone thinks about the map kind of rotation shakeups. If this is a cadence you guys would like to see a little bit more often. We're all we're figuring it out together. Anyway, you guys have voted, and here are the top 3 picks for World War II that will be increased in frequency. And that includes Prokhorovka, Westfield, and Malinovka. Those 3 maps will be going up in rotation next week. And for our Cold War audience, this map, both in World War II and Cold War, Westfield also going up again in rotation, and that it will be joined by Desful and Fredvang.
Awesome. Thanks for voting, everyone. And fun little fact, only 2 votes. Where's the difference between separated Mali and Redshire in World War II?
Ooh, Redshire almost squeaked past Malinovka.
Yeah.
Close one. And I think I saw someone mention it earlier that it might have been Justicone. I need to check the poll. I was the one that created the list and handed it off to KB. And I saw Justicone say, "Where's El Halouf?" And I did not include El Halouf. Rigged! I rigged the system, everybody.
Where'd it go?
I have no strong feelings for or against El Halouf. In fact, I actually like El Halouf. We'll make sure we try that again next time.
Sounds good. I think we still have our giveaway here. So why don't we go ahead and announce those as well, Mr. Bam?
Fantastic. All right, so for our first winner, you will be receiving the Roswell Tank Destroyer. This goes to Mr. Westerback. Congratulations.
And what is our second winner here again, Mr. Bam?
Malibu Steven. That includes the Commander Steven and the skin that you can customize him into his Malibu vacation form.
Our winner here is Hatred69. Congratulations, Hatred. You are our lucky winner today. I'm going to type your names in chat, so just in case we butchered them, you can see them.
Oh, if you didn't, Tankz0rz, I know I did.
All right.
What about the Malibu camo? Says Max Miner. Tankz0rz, can we add in the Malibu camo for our winner there?
Yep. Got it. I'm pretty sure it was we just missed it in our notes, but yeah, it's.
Hold on, I apologize. Okay, that's something we are unable to credit. Okay.
Well,
I am being corrected.
I thought that was situated. My apologies.
Well, hot off the presses. You are absolutely getting the Commander, Steven, and the Malibu skin. Okay, in any case, we'll have to sort that one out, perhaps.
Yep. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today on this lovely Friday. We'll be joining you again on Tuesday for our, we love playing TOGs on Tuesday. So if you want to play some games with us, go ahead and join us on Tuesday. We stream from 11 a.m. Central for 2 hours, till 1. So until then, everyone have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye. Stick around if you're on Twitch. Bye.